Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
everyone?
It's a nice early morning. I know Brandon's not feeling the best this morning, so little later than we originally planned to go live. But hopefully, everyone's having a good Wednesday morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Those that are able to join us and stuff like that. So we got about another 45 minutes before this hour-long Switch 2 Direct goes live.
Yep, got about 45 minutes or so. So
Hopefully, everyone's hyped. You got your bots ready. Just pre-order like 100 Switch 2s. Turn around and resell them for like $500.
I am wondering whether, because it's happened before with other consoles, whether it's going to go, they're going to go live for pre-order right away, or if we got to be like have another tab up ready to go to try to pre-order it, or how it's going to go, or they're going to give us like a special pre-order day or something.
I don't know. You say that, I feel like they might just, "Hey, the pre-orders are live now," type thing, like at the end of the Switch or something like that. It's just one of those, "Good luck." I
So
can't imagine because I know, I mean, my games, I gotta wor I mean, I'll be out driving all day, but my GameStop doesn't open till noon, and they said they would be doing pre-orders, but not until they have, like, a pre-order date, and they gotta know, like, how many each store is gonna get and stuff like that. I
right,
assume, like, today they'll start taking pre-orders. 'Cause I assume, like, executives already know, like, how many they're gonna get for, like, a GameStop and how many each store is already gonna get and stuff like that. It's just waiting until they can officially be like, "Alright, here's the release date. We're now gonna, like, take pre-orders and how much it's gonna be and stuff like that." So then you
yeah,
can just actually have that hard date, and the stores know, like, "Hey, this is X amount of consoles you're gonna get, like, day 1." So that's all you get. Once you sold out, you're sold out.
yeah. I think that part of the reason they were pushing the date off was probably trying to build up a lot of the inventory so that it's not as big of an issue. But regardless, I think you just can't defeat the issue entirely. Like, there's just
No,
not
I
going to
mean,
be
there
enough
there
to go
is
around.
ways to kinda go about doing it, but yeah, probably the biggest way to deal with it is to just have abundance of them, as well as an abundance of them in physical stores as well, not being like a
Yeah,
digital only release.
right, right. Yeah,
But I
for
guess the other
sure.
question is, are they just gonna, like, accept unlimited pre-orders and then cancel them after the fact, or are they gonna actually have, like, a hard set number of pre-orders they're gonna accept? Especially when you're doing it, like, on a website or something like that.
Well, the way that I kind of like that somebody had brought it up is having to be limited to one and having to have a Nintendo account tied to it. So, like, if they were to sell on the Nintendo store, you've got to have a Nintendo account, and you're limited one to that account. That beats bots right there, as far as like online sales go through Nintendo themselves. So that guarantees that everybody that has a Nintendo account, which is going to be everybody, if they want to be able to be guaranteed to get one, get it through the Nintendo store online, and you know that you're limited to one. You don't have to worry about the scalpers on that end.
Yeah,
But
wouldn't be, like, the worst way to go about it, at least for what Nintendo's website would do. Obviously, third parties are gonna do whatever they're gonna do.
right, yeah. Yeah, third parties is gonna be the other problem, but, my hope is that this isn't as bad as the launch was for the Series X, the PS5, the 5090, all
Of
that
the digital
stuff.
only stuff they did, and it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Just crazy, man. Um, yeah, hopefully they're able to combat that some way, I mean, they can't even combat their own Pokemon cards, so I don't have a ton of hope of, them being able to combat it or not, but, I
I'm like,
guess,
yeah, but that's, like, partially them, partially somebody else. That's what Pokemon Company and stuff like that, so there's a whole other entity outside Nintendo that controls Pokemon and stuff like that, so
it
that's, like, its whole
yeah,
its whole other issue.
right.
but
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
apparently I'm a liar. I don't know what I said that was a lie, but
I think he actually says Mark is a layer.
oh, a layer.
Mr. Coffee said, "Well, we'll have to see who is going to be allowed to do pre-orders. GameStop definitely, but Amazon's been known to make shipping errors." Yeah, I mean, I assume that everybody's gonna have pre-orders, just like any other console launch or
Yeah,
any graphics card launch or any big launch that's tech related and stuff is my assumption. But I do think that the Nintendo route, being able to have to be tied to a Nintendo account and one per Nintendo account is going to help limit some of it. So there is at least a little more of an opportunity for people to be able to get it because you got a Nintendo account, you're basically guaranteed to be able to get one. You're going to be tied down to only be able to get one at launch, and it leaves a little more room for the possibility of people being able to get one. So you know,
yeah, I'd agree.
for sure.
So I guess
Uh,
then it just kind of really comes down to like outside of that whole thing. Actually, I guess we'll deal with here pretty soon. Like, what do you expect to like an actual launch it or the release date? Do you expect something as early as May, like a 1 month turnaround, which still seems kind of quick, or do you see something that's more like summer, like a June, July, which still seems
that's
like
a
a quick
tough one.
turnaround? But
It all seems like a quick turnaround. I really don't know, honestly. I just don't know.
'cause
Um,
I feel like they probably already told a lot of these companies by this point. They obviously for promotion, they probably already know what's going to come out and stuff like that.
yeah,
It's not like it's going to be a surprise for everybody, but like, do you think it's going to be a fairly quick turnaround from announcement to the release? Did you feel like it's not going to be like 6 months what they did with Switch originally?
yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, the
Uh,
Switch came out in March and they announced it like in like October or something like that.
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, apparently this is going to be because they're doing the Nintendo Treehouse Live stuff right after the event and all that. So they're trying to do like basically like their own E3 thing. But apparently this is going to be the most watched video game event in history, according to just the people that are checked in on all the different Nintendo YouTube channels, like official channels and stuff like that. But this is supposed to be the biggest one that's ever happened before.
Well, I mean, it is
So that's a good
Nintendo,
sign.
and they're coming off arguably when all the dust settles, probably the best selling console of all time.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a strong contender for even beating out the Switch because I've just never seen so much hype around a console ever. I mean, there's always been hype around every console release, but this one's just different. This one's
Yeah,
just a lot different.
you're just sitting here thinking like, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be as big as the Switch. It's too high of a bar to live up to, but obviously, I think it'll be fairly successful. It's just how successful is this console actually going to be? Because at the very least, it's more of the same, probably a better design. I mean, everything that I've seen, I definitely like the design more. Obviously, can't wait till you have it in hand, but given another
Yeah,
8 years to deal with it and 8 years of the industry moving along with like handheld designs, I assume it'll just feel better to hold. It's significantly more powerful than what the Switch One is. That should be a lot better at the very least for Nintendo first party titles and stuff like that. Everyone talks about third party. To be fair though, I I only get Nintendo titles on the Switch. If I'm gonna play another third party title, just because I've got other consoles and a PC, I'll play it on one of those personally. But and it just comes down to like I think with a lot of Nintendo stuff, it's gonna live or die on how well its first party games do and stuff like that. That first and foremost is really gonna dictate the success of this console. I think. Because I think the Wii U is its own issue. I don't think they're going to have that severe of a problem when it comes around to advertising and marketing and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's it'll be the games, and then how long do you support the Switch One with like your first party games and stuff like that? Because obviously it's successful, huge install base. You want to continue to sell to the Switch One for a little while, but eventually you need to like full on switch. Do they do what like Sony Microsoft feels like they've been doing and like support it for like 4 years into its life cycle, or do you do the 2 years and then like all right, we're gonna hard switch over because like compared to like the PS4 or the PS5, we're obviously all expecting a more significant jump in console power.
I will say this, as far as like the third party gaming goes, like for this console, this is obviously going to be the better console to do third party gaming on versus the Switch One, as weak as it was with its hardware and all that stuff with the DLSS jump up and stuff like that. This is definitely going to be a better third party device for people, because I can see a lot of people wanting to use this like they would like a Steam Deck or an Asus ROG Ally or things like that. But I guess the real question mark is, how do you feel about this?
Pulling some up real quick.
You like the new suit design?
I mean, it is unique. I definitely do like it. It's nice and sleek for sure.
Yeah, I think it
I
looks
was just kind of like sitting here going like I don't know like if I'd want this to be running natively on Switch One or if I'd prefer it to be more like a Switch 2 exclusive title.
Well, it still could be. We could be seeing that this morning. They said no Switch 2 talk in the last direct, and they didn't do that. So how do we know that we might not see that? Oh, this is actually a cross-platform game.
I mean, I think it'll be cross-platform, but you're not going to get like a Switch 2 exclusive. But yeah, if it's a cross-platform, you're expecting it to have been primarily developed for the Switch, and then hopefully there's like a Switch 2 upgrade or it just performs better on the Switch. Obviously, if what we got on the trailer was run on like Switch 1, it's a really well optimized game, or they took that into account when they were designing the world. I don't think you're gonna have like a Game Freak issue where the game just does not perform at all.
The Metroid Prime 4 trailer, where we got to see way more in depth of it, looked exactly like Metroid Prime Remastered to me. Like it just looked.
Which, to be fair, was really good remaster.
It was a really good remaster,
really well on the Switch.
But I was hoping for a little bit more. I was hoping for. I mean, it doesn't mean we won't see that this comes out on Switch 2, and it does take more advantage of the hardware and does look better, perform better, maybe at a solid 60, and just looks better. But I'm not sure how I feel about the whole psychic ability gimmick yet until I get my hands on it. But it is a neat new concept, I guess, to add into the franchise. It looked more gimmicky to me, but I don't know yet until I play it.
But I think every game has some level had its gimmick, though. I think the first two to less. The first one was just in 3D. I try to remember the gimmick to the second one, but I think it was, I don't know if it was more just different beam types abilities. I mean, you always have different suits. Obviously, Prime 3 had the whole
corruption control. Yeah, but
it was the corruption, but I think it was the pure gimmick of that game, which I think of the Prime games actually had a gimmick, was the actual motion controls. Yeah. But I mean, here's the question: they're gonna if we do get verification for Prime 4, like, is just 2 and 3 just dead in the water at that point? You got Prime 1 as a test dummy for this, and then they just don't care about the other games. I feel like we would have heard about those at this point if they were actually going to come out.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm just going to come to the conclusion that we're not getting those remasters, even a simple port.
You think we would have heard about it the last direct if we were getting them, which is just crazy to me, because it's like you want people to jump into the fourth entry in the series, having only played the first game, and 2 and 3
which,
are
to be
crucial.
Fair, is like
they're crucial to the story.
I'd say really it's only 3 and stuff like that, but there is technically a story with 1 and 2. They're all tied together. But I mean, the story of 1 and a little bit of 2 is kind of a light outside of the centralized, like what's actually going on in the game on the planets in 1 and 2.
But I think you really got to know what's going on with 3.
Yeah, 100%. The story is very obviously with the Silex and stuff like that. It's tied into the ending of 3. Unless they're just not expecting it to sell more than 1 or 2 million copies.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, well, the core fans will buy it, and that's about it. We don't care.
Unless we do get like super lucky and get a double pack that's announced this morning, which I don't see it happening.
Again, unless they do, it's like, and today digital only, physical coming later.
They could. I mean, they could do something
like that. I just feel like they would have announced it last week.
Mr. Coffee asks us, how many Switch 2 games do you think that we'll get on launch day?
I'm gonna take a wild guess, and I'll say 4 to 6, leaning more towards 4.
I'm at 4 myself, because usually we get like 2 first party titles, and whatever
Yeah.
might be
Well, you're gonna have
third
whatever
party.
well, I guess the question is, what is your system seller? Is it gonna be because I almost feel like based off what they showed us first time around, Mario Kart's gonna be a launch title. So what else? What other launches with it? Do we get because it's been like 8 years since we've had a major Mario game since Mario Odyssey 1 came out.
Yeah.
Are we expecting Prime to also be a launch title potentially, or is that going to come out later? Because we already know that Pokemon's not going to be a launch title. They said late 2025.
Right.
So that's probably going to be a holiday and stuff like that. So are they going to give us just games at launch? Are they going to give us games through the rest of the year and stuff potentially? I think it's up in the air. Plus, unlike when the Switch itself originally launched, because it's backwards compatible, it's not like you don't already have this massive library of games you can't play on it.
Right.
I don't know if there's any compatibility issues or any like patches you have to download if you're going to play, or they're gonna try to do something like that. So I'm gonna stick with I'll stick with the 4 at least launch games, and then we'll see if they're gonna talk more later or they're gonna wait another month or two to tell us like more what's coming later. I think we might get more than 4. Once they came out and said like this is an hour-long direct, I'm like, okay, that's too long to talk about just the Switch 2 itself. So we're gonna
Yeah,
get
for
probably a
sure.
decent amount of games. It's just how much first party. So I assume we're gonna get I'll say 4 to 6 launch titles, and then at least through the holiday season this year, we'll get more games coming out a little bit later and stuff like that. I assume at the very least, like Prime 4, we're gonna get a release date for that, and Legends ZA, we're also gonna get a release date for that as well. Hard dates.
Yeah, I'm not confident that Legends ZA is going to be a cross-platform title at all
I feel like
anymore
it will be though.
because
I feel like it has to. Year one, like you
it
think Game Freak's
doesn't.
really gonna say no to this, $100+ million install base on the Switch?
I mean, like I want it to be, but the way the game looked, like I'm not saying
It
it.
looks like a
look-
Switch 1 game.
It looks like a Switch One game. It doesn't look. It doesn't look much better, if at all, better than Legends Arceus. Like it just.
I think it looks
Like
worse, arguably, in
I'm
some
very
cases.
excited for it, but I'm not confident that it's going to be cross-platform. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
confident in Game Freak's ability to make a 3D game, period, at this point, but that's
Well,
just me.
I mean, Arceus is great.
Yeah, but it obviously had its performance issues, but
Yeah, but it was
uh,
you could deal with it
Scarlet and
though.
Violet are still terrible on the performance side. Like, they still lag massively.
Don't diss on my favorite games, guys. I love
It's
this
not a
game.
diss, 'cause I was going back and playing a little bit here or there, and I was like, this game, at times, it's the concept's great, but the execution's terrible on the hardware side. Like, it's just not optimized, and the fact that it's still this bad this many years on, was like, I don't have any hope in Game Freak to like make a well-performing game at this point.
Well, I don't know. I hope it's cross-platform because
I think it will
it
be.
didn't particularly look good, like visually, or you could even see some of the frame rate in the game look pretty janky and kind of off and pretty bad. Like it
wasn't
looked like
too
it
bad
was
for
really
this.
pushing the Switch to its limits at that point.
I don't think it was. I think it was a poorly optimized game. Because then you look at what like Zelda has done, especially with Tears of the Kingdom, and it, even though at times that game has some performance issues, it's nowhere near to the same degree that Pokemon does. And it's essentially the same. It's the same type of game, open world, a lot of stuff going on, and it runs just like 1,000 times better.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess before this starts, what do you want to bring up? Pull up on screen or whatever from the last direct, since we didn't get to talk about it with not having a podcast episode and all that stuff. Maybe just
Yeah, I
hit
mean,
some of the bigger
really,
things.
most things, it was obviously for me. The only
We
things
can
that were
show like the Metroid
it
trailer
felt
or something if
largely
you
like
want.
an indie direct outside of Prime, Pokemon, and then the actual, hey, here's the digital way to share games with family and friends.
Yeah, I was
After that, it
so
was, to me personally, a bunch of like indie type games I just didn't care
I
for.
was so excited about that card system that they were offering until they said, "Oh, it all has to be within the Switch family plan. You can
Well,
only
I
do
thought
it
that was
within
the
the Switch
one where you could
family
just
plan."
switch it permanently, but I thought the other one where it's like the 2-week loan out was more of like just any Switch, it felt
I
like.
don't know. We'd have to pull it up because, from my understanding, it was you had to be within the family plan to be able to do it, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I'm just not sure. But that's what I saw going around. So, and I apologize again, guys. I've got COVID, so I'm pretty freaking sick, and I know I sound terrible. Worst timing for once in 7 years event that we have. Really sucks. But
Yeah, I don't, because when I understood, it's like if it's in the family, you can just send and swap like as many games as possible within the actual network. But for like non-networked ones, it was I can't remember if there was a limit, but it's like, hey, there's like a 2-week time limit that you could actually like lend the game out. But the family plan didn't have that like limit.
I guess the other real question
Maybe it did.
is, what is this?
It's a button with a C on it.
Yeah, but what do you before this happens? What's your guess on what it does?
I have no idea, to be honest. I don't even know like what it could do. Like a million things. It could be a capture button.
Could be a
It could
cast
be
button
yeah,
to
it could
make
be
it like
something.
a
It could be
Wii
a cast
U.
button.
It's I think it's the number one question people have for the system. It's crazy that
I think it's more likely to be a capture than a cast thing, just because based off what they showed us in the initial release, I don't. The dock
we
is
already
so
have
small.
a capture, but we're already able to capture on the Switch and stuff.
Yeah, but it's a Switch too, so they could have moved stuff around.
They could have, but my hope, I really, really do hope that they do the cast thing so that it's, of course, there would have to be hardware in the dock itself, but the concept of the Wii U executed in a better manner and with a better system could really work and do great things. I mean, you could have the Nintendo lands and the different things like that again that we just don't have the option for the Switch One, and because the concept of the Wii U was just ahead of its time. It wasn't ready yet for that concept. Just wasn't ready. But like to be able to do the dual screen functionality could be a pretty cool gimmick, and you know, they could make some pretty unique games and stuff out of it if they did that. But you know, I just don't know.
Yeah, I think I somewhat agree with copies. It's like the broadcast menu, like the PS5 and Xbox have, where they've got a dedicated button to like a whole share screen.
Yeah.
Or this could be something related to the cartridge share. And say they already brought that up. It's coming probably to both the Switch and the Switch 2. So it could be something tied to that when it comes to your sharing your digital games.
Yeah, it definitely could be. So I'm not sure, but
I mean, we'll find out here in like what 20
we got
minutes.
about 12 minutes.
Like it's 12 minutes, like 20 minutes.
Oh, 22 minutes.
Oh god, this guy. I guess here's the other thing that we're hoping that they'll fix, and I saw some other people talking about it as well. The Nintendo eShop is absolutely dog water. It's terrible. I hate it. I think it looks bad.
It's pretty bad.
It's really slow when you try to like load anything. But that has been an issue since like day one. I was like, this doesn't look good. But I don't know if that's going to be something they're going to update with the Switch 2, or that's something that has to be done on the back end.
God, I hope so.
Update both sides, but there's a lot of shovelware on the Switch.
I mean, what's crazy is that they're so particular about like what comes out on the Switch, like physically and how the Switch is represented, but then don't give a crap about the eShop and have hentai games on there.
Or just shovelware, bare effort games. You're like, what is this? This is like a mobile store?
I can't make this up. So one day, just for fun, I was on stream. So we pulled up the eShop and we were just doing, it was just like a fun thing I was doing. And pulled up and I said, how many? I was asking the chat, how many hentai games do you think I can find? And we counted 27 hentai games. And they're all, of course, like these stupid puzzle games.
Oh, like, yeah, where you like unlock an image or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that's like the bare bones, easy crap.
It's like the stupidest stuff ever. It's really, really dumb.
Oh man, that's you're like, Nintendo, like, what are you doing? Like, this is I thought it was bad during the Wii era with a lot of like what they call like WiiWare.
The Wii was like
shovelware.
Oh yeah, like with the physical games. But that honestly, when you think about it, the Wii is not nearly as bad as the Switch eShop is.
No, but
there
the
was
Wii
a
was
lot
like
of shovelware on the Wii that was physical, but my God,
it was definitely a precursor to like like the mobile phone stores, which is just filled with crap.
Which is mostly what it is. It is a bunch of mobile port crap that's filled to the brim on the eShop. It's like a
You're
bunch
sitting here
of
like, "This is like a free
garbage,
to play game, like, what is going on?"
and you're charging me for it. Like, this is garbage.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's, like it's frustrating a little bit. You're like, "Ah, come on, like, we need something else."
You can't even find, like, stuff you wanna look for. You have to scrounge through garbage.
Yeah, it's just it's unless it's, like, one of their, like, main title games and it's, like, on the front page, but if, like, you're just looking for, like, maybe the hidden treasure, like, the Switch eShop is not the way to go. Do you think we'll
Yeah.
get, like, a new eShop, like, it's a whole new operating system, or you think it's still gonna, like, pretty much have the same operating system
I
as the
think
Switch
we're getting a
1?
brand new eShop. I think we kinda have to. They gotta do, like, a hard reset on it and not let that crap happen again. Because I mean, there for one, the eShop on top of, there being so much crap there, it's filled with so much stuff. It's super, super, super slow. Like, it's super slow to navigate through the eShop because it's cluttered with so much crap.
Yeah, but, like, as far as, like, even with that and the Switch itself, do you think there'll be a separate, like, the Switch 2 will just look different and stuff like that? It's not they're not gonna
I
use,
mean,
like,
like, the
the same
UI?
operating system, like, the UI is gonna be different, or do you think it's just gonna look the same? They're gonna use the
Um,
same, like, setup?
I have a feeling the UI will probably be different.
I think I want it to be different because
I
at
want it
times the
to.
Switch UI is really bare bones.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. And I mean, no themes yet where, you know, we went the whole lifespan without any themes on the Switch. It's pretty crazy. I mean, how hard is it to add a theme? Like, people will buy it. Give me a
Yeah, it's
Hatsune
gonna
Miku theme and we'll be good to go.
it's good for her. Brandy loves Hatsune Miku.
She's a pretty cool character. I'm a bit of a fan.
Yeah, she's not real. I'm sorry to break your heart.
She's
Yeah,
real.
achy
She's
breaky
real to
heart.
me.
She is real to me.
Oh man.
No, what was that? I played more on the Switch itself. It's just not fast enough to run the page.
I
I don't
wonder
know if
how
it's
long
that.
it's been since we've gotten a 60-minute direct. I feel like it's probably been since the Switch 1 announcement.
Yeah, probably where they have that much. Because usually if it's just games, you can kind of get through the bowl. You're not gonna have more than like a handful of like big titles. And everything else is gonna be like about a minute or so, minute or two. You know, it's like the 15, 20 games you're gonna announce takes about a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Though I assume, like, here's the question: do you think the big console seller is gonna be the very last thing they announce, like the system seller game at launch?
Mm,
Because I can't remember if they did that with
I don't
Zelda or
know.
not. Well, that was like the last thing in the direct they announced.
They announced Breath of the Wild during a during what
No,
was
like the
that?
actual like trailer release date and stuff like that. Like the big one, like wasn't till the actual Switch Direct.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
obviously you knew about it for
One
years,
of
but it
the
was
big
just like
rumors is that
it
we're
was taking
getting a
forever.
remastered version of Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2, so I wonder if that's accurate or not.
I could
I
see
got
that more
I
of
could
like
see it.
a beta test for the hardware. So they remastered its really popular game, plus
I'd
it
replay it
allows
too anyway on
Nintendo
the
to
Switch
like
2. I'd
just
replay it.
mess with the hardware of a game they already have and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
for
kinda like
sure.
it's kinda like a soft run of a game that they it already made its money, but I'm sure there's enough people that are Zelda fans that'll just rebuy the game again on Switch, especially if it's, just doesn't have the performance issues and it can have better draw distance, more enemies on screen or something like that.
Yeah.
So I can see the appeal to that because I assume we'll probably eventually get some kinda upgrade for Tears of the Kingdom as well. Some kinda like at least digital download for the Switch, if not its own release. Just
Yeah.
just because those games are, plenty of people would either buy the like a $10 upgrade of it, or they would rebuy the game itself, especially if it just runs a whole lot smoother and it's got so many more like performance issues and it actually graphically looks significantly better. Like they went through and actually did a lot of work, just adding maybe not more stuff to do, but maybe more monsters, more foliage, and then it just looks better.
Yeah.
It's a really piss poor description, but I mean, you probably you should be able to get the idea of what you're saying. Like it actually looks like they went in and did a lot of work. Though I think Breath of the Wild could use that more than Tears of the Kingdom could.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, for sure.
Then again, I mean, you want a if you're using much more powerful hardware, if you want more of a challenge, you could have like double the enemies and stuff like that. Would make the game much more of a challenge. So if you run into a camp of like 15 bokoblins and they all attack you at once, that definitely would be a challenge to overcome.
Oh yeah, for
Because I don't know
sure.
how else you make that game really all that harder unless you just add more enemies.
Do you
I mean,
think
they
that
kind of did it. You make them more stronger, but like at this point, just more enemies and making them stronger would be the only way to probably really make that game more difficult. I mean,
right?
there's plenty of people out there that would definitely take on the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. Um, do you think that we'll get a decent amount of third party reveals for
I think
for this?
we'll get something. I don't know because they did. There was some rumor out there that Nintendo like wasn't giving some third party
Oh, I saw that
access
rumor. I
to it
don't buy
because they're
that
like,
though.
oh, it's unstable, and everyone just made the assumption it was like EA or Ubisoft or something like that. They're like, yeah, we don't trust you
Yeah,
with whatever their dev kit is. I don't know how true it actually is, but I saw that was kind of funny. I was like, oh,
that's kind
you don't have any faith in Ubisoft like the rest of us.
of. That was
I
nice.
assume the one of the first games they'll talk to us about is Mario Kart. Are we gonna have like
Yeah. I mean,
28
I would assume
people,
so.
30
Yeah,
people races and stuff like that? Because that's definitely what they're like setting it up for, like these massive. Because this would be like one of the first big jumps, and I don't know, it may not necessarily performance, but just in how Mario Kart works. Because it's been at what 12 racers since like what the GameCube
yeah,
era. I don't know if the GBA game had it or not, but I know the GameCube had the 12 racers. Because I think the original the original one had like 2 players and a bunch of AI, but I don't think it was a full 12. I think no, it was 8 racers in the original. So even if you go to like 24, that'd be like the first probably big shake up for Mario Kart and stuff like that and it feels like in quite a while because it feels like since the Wii era it's kind of been more of the same. Like the gimmicks have just not really been these big things. It's a new console, here's more tracks and stuff like that. And then
right.
I assuming they're going to do that, they'd have to go back and redo all the old tracks from every game because I feel like most of those tracks couldn't handle 20 some racers on a map. Like, could you imagine the baby how chaotic like the baby park map, that
Oh
really
yeah,
short like half track thing with 20 some
yeah,
that would just be massively insane. You can keep that one the same, but a lot of these other races you'd have to like really increase the size of the maps to where I think they could properly hold it. I think there's some newer tracks, especially on eight deluxe exclusive tracks that could probably handle that load. But some of the older retro maps, I feel like they'd have to rework those just to be able to handle that many
yeah. I
racers.
think so
Especially
too.
you have more racers, so you're gonna need more than likely more item boxes spread throughout the map as well.
Right.
But I mean that's just kind of a off the cuff. They could definitely just leave them the same, just be like, it's more chaos. It's a party game. Go forth and have fun.
Yeah. I mean,
But I guess the idea is how many more new tracks are we going to get? Or is this going to just be like a reworked version of 8 Deluxe?
no, I feel like we got to be getting a brand new Mario
Yeah.
Kart finally. I feel like we have to.
I think they're actually going to give you like a single player mode, a proper battle mode, stuff like that. I mean, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff even from going back to like the DS with the whole like single player battle mode stuff that just never bothered to come back. And I would love something of that mode to kind of come back. It was a lot of content that was like only on that DS game and that DS game alone.
Yeah. You know what I'd love to see? I would love to. I don't. Not that I think it's actually going to happen, but everybody be talking about Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and of course, I want to see
Oh
those on modern platforms, but
yeah, or it's
but
like both those games chasing Nintendo and they're just running away. Like nope. Oh,
yeah.
that's one of those games that I think is still stuck on the Wii U, like Wind Waker. Like, are we ever gonna get that game?
Well, what I want to see even more is I would love to see, like, they could make this a double pack or whatever, but I would love to see even more Phantom Hourglass and Spirit tracks brought over because those are stuck forever on the DS, and
Yeah, no love for those games.
at least with, you know, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, they got remastered and they're on 2 consoles. So at the very least, those are playable on 2 separate consoles and they got full remasters. But like a lot of people miss out on Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, like a lot, especially Spirit Tracks. And I feel like they could easily remaster those games, bring them over to mono-platform, and because they are quote unquote, they're still bigger games, but they're smaller in the grand scheme of things.
They're not
They
like
could
the
make
big
that a double
games.
pack and like bring those over.
Well, I guess the question is, are they going to plan on doing that, or are they still working behind the scenes for the DS digital console? Be like the next thing that
Right.
comes. But the
Yeah.
problem with the DS is with the client with the 2 screen, like
I mean, they did it for the
how do
new
you actually?
Castlevania DS collection. They did it just fine
But
on
that
there.
requires more effort than just porting the games. Porting
We
like
know Nintendo doesn't
because you
like
have to like
any effort.
rework how those games actually work. It takes a lot more effort
Yeah.
on Nintendo's side. So either they would release that for their subscription, which feels like they want to, or they're just gonna put more effort into it and then sell it to us for like $50-$60.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see, because like the Wii U was if you're a Zelda fan, the Wii U was the console to own for Zelda, because at the time, until Tears of the Kingdom, like every single game was essentially available on there, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Like almost every single thing was on there.
And
So
then I guess I had a question. Like, do you feel confident this is gonna have the 450 price tag on it with all the leaks that we've had about that?
yeah,
Because even I was
I'm at
talking
400 or 450.
with the whoever runs my local GameStop, where it's like, oh, at one point, they didn't have it on there. They didn't say what it was, but they had a SKU for something that was at 450, and the assumption was that was the
I could
Switch.
see 4 or 450 is where I'm at.
And that was like an internal thing in their own systems and stuff like that. So like I guess the more I've heard and see, I think the 450 makes a lot of sense, especially if you
I
want the upgrade and graphical power.
Yeah, I spoke with an insider, and he said that if it were to sell at the $400 price point, it would be one of the first console they'd sell at a loss. So if they sold at the 450 price point, they'd still be breaking evenish and selling it how they've always sold their consoles. But
Which
even
makes a
at
lot of sense.
$400, they'd be selling it probably a loss.
I don't think Nintendo wants to take the loss on it.
I don't think so either, because they never do. Like they're the one company that can get away with not having to sell at a
Because they'll sell
loss.
a lot,
But
and they're people buy a Switch primarily for Switch games. Outside of like families with kids and stuff like that, like for people like you and me, if you're getting a Switch, it's for Nintendo games, and people will eat it up. Like people like to be fair, they could price the next Zelda like first part, the next whatever comes after Tears of the Kingdom at like $100, and it would still sell gangbuster.
yeah, I mean, like even me thinking about it, like I feel like 450 is a fair price on the console, especially with the way that things are now with the economy and stuff, and understanding that inflation's just happened. That I don't feel like 450 is a bad price point.
Yeah, with everything considered and stuff like that, I feel like it's safe. Like I feel like they don't want
It'll
to
be
hit
the
the
first
500 mark,
handheld
but
that uses DLSS, which is a big innovation in the handheld space as well. Um, so
uh,
I find that it, would definitely be fair, but I'm thinking 400 or 450. I don't think it's going to be 500. I don't think it's going to be 300. I don't think it's going to be 350. I'm pretty stuck on it being 400 or 450.
I could see probably a 3 or 350 version later. Like if they come out with like the light for the Switch 2,
Oh yeah,
obviously
if they
being
do that, yeah,
something
sure.
significantly cheaper and stuff like that. But probably since they're only more than likely gonna have the one console at launch, I think that one's gonna be a little bit more. And then if they'll either drop it down later or you get a second version that they'll just sell at a cheaper price. Because I assume we're eventually gonna get the light version of the Switch 2. It's just a matter of time.
I hope they do a light, because I want to own a Switch 2 Lite as well. I would love to own one. I think the lights are cool. They're convenient. They make sense. Cheap
Gotta
price
find the next
point.
Zelda variant of the Switch 2.
Yeah. So any type of variant, but yeah, I want to eventually own a Switch Lite too. So hopefully they can pack that technology into that because I mean the Switch Lite right now is I wouldn't say super significantly smaller than the Switch One, but it's smaller. They got to pack a lot of tech into that little device, so
Yeah, it's not, you don't have to deal with
it's
the
going to be a
actual
little harder
Joy-Cons.
than the. It's going to be a little harder than it was with the Switch Lite,
No, I think they'll
versus the
figure something
Switch
out.
One. But it would be cool to see that because I think those are really, really great as a portable only handheld, and that's how I use it. Like if I'm playing just portable only, oftentimes I'll just leave my Switch docked now and just use the light for if I'm laying down or
Yeah.
whatever it might be. Um, so yeah, for sure. But
I have a
Mr.
question because I heard a lot of people talking about it. Like, do you think there's a good chance we get Final Fantasy VII as like a third-party launch title? Obviously, it's not a new game, but it'd be the first time in what, like 2 decades plus we've had like
Now say it
a
again.
Final Fantasy game come to Switch.
Oh, we know for sure they're coming because Square Enix said they are being worked
No,
on.
like, do you think it will be like one of the launch titles or just a game that's coming eventually? Like the one because you talked about third party like at launch or like the first year. Do you assume this will be something they'll announce today? Because
I think
while it's being an
I
older
mean,
game,
this is
this
a
would be like a
60-minute direct, so I think everything's on the table.
good thing. This would
Yeah.
be because God, how long has it been since they put a Final Fantasy game on a Nintendo console?
I mean, Pixel
You have to go
Remaster
all
was
the way.
on Switch.
What is it?
Pixel Remaster Collection was on
Well,
Switch.
like a
You
mainline
mean like a new
Final
mainline
Fantasy
game?
game.
It's been a while.
You have to go all the way back to the SNES then.
No. Well, hold on. Let me think here.
Like the main number of games,
No,
not like spin-offs.
I guess Crystal Chronicles would be considered a spinoff. That was on GameCube. No, I mean like the Final Fantasy 3 remake was on DS. The 4 remake was on DS. Those are mainline games. I guess if you're talking like a brand new game, yeah, you're looking at a while, but those remake games were really good on DS. But
Right.
yeah, but
Fair enough.
they did confirm that they want to bring all of the future Final Fantasy titles over to Nintendo and Xbox again. So like we know that Final Fantasy 14, the MMO, is for sure coming to Switch 2 and it's coming to Xbox or is
Yeah.
already on Xbox.
And I guess the last big thing is thoughts on another Animal Crossing game coming.
Oh,
'Cause I know
absolutely.
Jones
Are you kidding me?
with the Switch One because with the timing. But do you think we'll
How
get
soon? I
Animal
don't
Crossing
know
game?
because at the very last game they showcased to us from the direct the other day was the new Tamagotchi Life game, which is very much an Animal Crossing-esque game. So I don't know how soon we'll get a new Animal Crossing, but have you ever played the Tamagotchi Life games?
No,
They're like Animal
that
Crossing,
was the
but
time where I just wasn't playing Nintendo
there's
games.
there's like they're like Animal Crossing, but with more to do.
Yeah,
They're really fun. They're really fun games. But
I got about a minute or two before we go live.
yeah,
Guess
do you
we'll
want to again
catch up on
switch
chat.
over to the
Yeah, we can.
yeah,
We can catch up.
yeah, again switch us
Stars,
over.
Stripes, Nerd, Mark. Did you poop today? I've been up for maybe an hour, so no, not yet. I've been up for an hour, but it was more of like how most of that was like up and down. Like I don't really want to get up. It's early.
That's the countdowns. Yeah, I think it started.
They
So
just
might
had the
wanna
video
switch.
up, the live up yet. But I assume they're not going to do a countdown. They'll probably just go live whenever.
All right,
Tech Alert, Mark
switch over whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, haven't seen making a video. Yeah, just been really busy with a lot of other stuff. Kind of
Oh, the countdown
they got
started, Mark.
they got on screen. Coffee. I think they have a 400 priced tag, but I'll have to pack in game. He said 349. My guess. I mean,
Do you want to go ahead and pull that video up since the countdown started?
yeah, I can pull it up. Give me just
Okay.
a second. I was trying to move a few things around. Don't want that muted. Hopefully it's.
We'll probably want to turn the volume down pretty low so we don't get.
It is on my side. Just hopefully, let me know how y'all can hear it. Do we have sales numbers for the Switch Lite?
Pretty loud still. I'll turn it down just a tad more.
I'll turn it down. Is that good for you? Or?
I think so, yeah. As long as we can talk over it.
Yeah. Well, that's what we've been waiting for, so
Yeah.
see how it goes. A little just direct animation. It's the question: they'd give us the Switch 2 first. They got to give us a bunch of games first.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Woo! Switch 2, let's go.
Oh, Mario Kart right away. All right.
Guess it's not too unsurprising because they've already teased this game.
Yeah. I am ready for a full new Mario Kart, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It feels like I'm pretty sure this is
It
the
looks
24 that
good.
we've already talked about with the racers.
Yeah, but we're seeing this. This is all new gameplay.
Yeah, they just gave us like the
It looks really good.
LSD. Is that a new DK pass or is that just a remastered version of it? One of the only tracks I actually recognized.
I'm not sure.
I know this one looks brand. A lot of these look brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recognize.
I do like how they're getting more creative with the map design.
I do too. But
Just with the
seriously,
creative
that
design.
I know that obviously we're viewing this through a stream, so it's obviously downgraded a lot, but it looks really good.
Yeah, 'cause I was half paying attention to that.
Like,
half
it
trying to.
really,
Obviously,
really
there's
looks
going to be
good.
a lot of
What
you know,
the?
people just going through this. Oh, Moon was a driver now. So we're getting new drivers, which is I think what everyone loves to see. 'Cause that's like 8 Deluxe. The one issue was the.
I'm actually
It's just
shocked
like, it's
at how
not
much
the best.
better this looks.
Oh, we're getting alternate forms.
That's cool.
Hopefully, that's like they're it's the same character. You can just pick the alternate forms as well.
Yeah, yeah. I like that they're bringing back in the other vehicles like the hovercraft and stuff from 7.
Oh, because it just adds so much more design.
Mario Kart World. Oh, so
I'm
it
not
is
cool
like
with
an
the
open
name
world
title.
Mario Kart.
Oh, that brings even more question with
Wow.
talk about that.
Because we brought that up that an open world Mario Kart might be might be a thing that happens, but yeah,
It's like quasi open world. Didn't really.
Yeah.
I think we only saw like one new driver. I mean, there might be more
I
there.
think we might have missed some stuff. I always have to go back through and watch again.
That's half of watching the races, half just trying to like look at the whole thing. But like,
Yeah.
this would be like, oh, that trailer's gonna be broken down for like the next.
I wish we could pull up captions so we can our audience could read too.
They don't have anything.
Okay.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching
Oh,
exclusively.
okay,
on
so there's more than one new
Talk a little bit
character.
more.
Welcome to
Lakitu.
the vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Something you can like
That's
drive
cool.
to, or is it just gonna be like
Depending
a
on the time of day
quasi
and
world?
weather conditions,
I'm not
the
sure.
atmosphere will change.
Because this looks like you're just like driving through an open
It
world.
does. It looks like a straight
Which
up
is a unique
world.
take from Mario Kart for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It seems
I
like
do
it's
like
gonna
the
add a
rolling
lot
start
more
there.
emphasis on single player
Off
too.
the
Then
racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this
okay,
world.
Yeah, well, they just kind of
so
yeah,
it
they-
is like an open world Mario Kart.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Wow. Okay. A lot of new
Don't sleep at the
courses.
wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh, so I just
With
saw
24
so 3 new
drivers in each
characters so
race,
far.
The most in series history. The competition.
I only
is
saw the
gearing
one
up.
that I know.
Oh,
for sure.
4. The whatever the characters' names are from Super Mario Sunshine.
Race
Delfino
nonstop
Island.
from one corner of the world
Oh,
to
so this is
another.
neat. It's like one long stretch, but you have to they knock out racers
There
every
are
so often.
multiple checkpoints along the way.
Glad we're getting a lot of new
Your
content from
below
Mario
placement
Kart,
shown
not
when
just
you
like
hit a
new maps.
checkpoint, you'll
Yeah,
be
me too.
eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Are any of these like non like item races or?
Free roam. Okay, so
You can
yeah.
also freely drive
Straight
around
up
this
open
vast
world
world
Mario
in
Kart.
free roam.
I wonder if you have to unlock it, or you can just like go anywhere from the
I
start.
bet you have to free roam to unlock stuff.
Yeah,
So drive
which means there's gonna be
wherever
hidden
your
stuff
heart
all over the
takes
place that you can find. And
Yeah. I mean, it gives it more playability, so
You
I
can
kind of
also
like it.
go for scenic drives with friends.
Because with the 8, after a
Even
while,
take
you're like,
photos
it's
together at different locations.
there's not a whole lot. It's outside of the multiplayer. It's
It's
the
a
same
neat
thing to do for
concept.
after a
I
while.
like this idea that
How are
I
they gonna deal
never
with
thought
like
I'd
old?
see an open world Mario Kart game, but
How do
here
how
we
do you think
are.
they're gonna deal with old tracks, retro tracks? Are they just gonna expand the world and stuff like that, or
Oh,
is this
that's
just
a
gonna be
good question.
a whole new thing?
You think we'll get a booster pass again?
I feel like we have to. Like, why would they not? Like, with how well Mario Kart
More
sells.
details about this title will be shared in an
April
upcoming Mario Kart
17th.
World Direct. So be
Oh, let's
on
get
the
in its
lookout
own
for
direct.
more
That's cool. So I
information.
guess we'll find out more information soon.
In like what, 2 weeks?
Yep.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Should be probably that one. They'll probably give us.
Next,
I don't know, they didn't give us a release date for that, so
Nintendo Switch 2.
No, they didn't.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
but we do know it's coming to Switch 2.
Yeah.
And on the right Joy-Con 2,
Sorry, trying to get a tweet out about it as well at the same
Oh,
time.
here's your C button.
Oh yeah, the C button.
let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
It's like they just knew everyone's gonna be talking about it.
Alone.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Together.
That was me. That was you. So quick. Oh no! Wait, no, 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 no.
Nix, I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
Oh.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
So it's chat.
All right.
Luckily, they're actually taking.
At least it's
voice
not
chat seriously.
Communicate with friends and
At least
family
it's
while
not.
playing a game.
An app on your phone.
At least it's not an app on your phone.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the
Okay, so
system.
it's got a built-in
You're
mic.
still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going.
I assume there's still like a
You can
headset you
pick
could
up
buy
your
that probably
speaking
work a lot
voice
better.
clearly, even
I'm
from a
sure.
distance.
Look at this. Jump on
Can't
here.
imagine that being the best kind of microphone.
Let's make a left right here. Let's make a left.
No,
When it's noisy
definitely
around
not.
you, your
Especially
voice
when it's
will
right
still
next to your
come through
TV.
clearly, letting you chat
Yeah.
with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat? Okay, nice, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you
Why did she
easily
get to
chat
play the
with
Switch
friends
too
and
early?
family. If you open the chat menu and turn on
Okay,
game
so
screen sharing,
screen share, yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
you
so
can
you can
also
have.
share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
I mean, that's neat, but like, I guess it's decent if you're not doing something super competitive.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
But you can already see how that's like not the best performance.
It reminds me of WeChat for Animal Crossing.
Okay.
City
It's
folk.
it's like a neat thing, but you can obviously see that it's got its limitations with like 4 people. It's trying to like stream that much to you.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm like in the sky right here.
It's like a neat thing if you're trying to show somebody, but like you're not gonna get the best experience out of it.
Look, you're on a star. That's so
I know.
Look
Yeah.
at this feature is not gonna get used as much as you'd think.
You can adjust the size of your
Let's
game
give me another HD Rumble situation.
Guys,
Yeah,
It is cool.
Where it's
that
like
you can
it's neat,
screen-
but
I
like,
like that you can screen share though. That is cool.
it'd probably be used in more like niche areas.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hey, I'm just trying to like show you something.
That wall that's to your left.
I guess there's a rumor that the Switch 2 has a 5090 in it.
wall ride.
A downgraded version of the 5090.
Watch them play.
It's just like a straight up 5090.
Where you are? I think I know where you are. Wait.
That's a pretty bulky piece of hardware to be fair.
Matt Long, anything good? Yeah, Mario Kart World got announced. First open world Mario Kart game.
It doesn't make sense. They're using
That's all we know
to,
so far. And then the
On
C
right
button is
Joy-Con
a
controller, there's
chat and
additional
capture
buttons.
button.
With the C
No,
button,
not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'm also not disappointed either. Like I can't see myself using this a ton, but it makes a
Outside
lot
of
more
just, like,
sense than
your
using this
gaming app.
stupid app.
here you can quickly and easily.
It's
It looks
definitely more like-
choppy. I think it's just the stream running through Restream is probably the issue.
Camera to the system.
There you go. You can buy another camera.
Hey,
Oh my god, this is real life.
Yeah, it's a Switch 2 camera. I can't imagine this being used as much as they think it'll be used.
You can appear on screen.
I bought the PS5 camera and never used it one single time.
I mean, I can never say they're trying to promote
buy
less,
it,
like
but-
streaming, more like the
Here's how it looks.
virtual like couch co-op experience.
Yeah, this is I mean, I like the concept. Like, this would be fun for me and you to do, like
Please look forward
Like I
fun
could see
way
it
to
used for
play
something more like this, like Mario
community
Party
games or something.
Yeah, but like outside of that, I can't imagine it being the most used feature.
I think I need a capture feature officially on the device. Maybe screen sharing could record with for my YouTube videos.
Even when you're apart.
Yeah, maybe.
Play games and hang out as if you were together
I'm not
in
sure
the
I'd want to
same
put that
room.
on my YouTube, but I mean, yeah, for some people.
I'd
it
still
would
probably
be
still
good.
rather use an actual proper headset if I'm gonna chat.
Yeah, same.
So I'm like, oh, that's neat, but like I can't imagine that mic being the best.
It is a neat concept, though, and I'm sure it makes sense for certain situations.
Competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together.
You think we get a new
anytime,
Wii Sports
anywhere.
announced today?
Game chat.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I wouldn't. I also wouldn't hold my breath for it.
What
I
did
was
you think?
I was pretty disappointed in
Developing games
Nintendo
chat.
Switch Sports.
Our goal was for you to enjoy playing
And even their
online
Mario
with
Sports
others more
games,
closely,
definitely
including
subpar.
family and friends.
Yeah,
Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
Yeah, Strikers was not the best experience.
I see. I still got to pick up Strikers. I got to get it for my. I'll buy that camera for sure, though.
Same day as Switch 2.
I mean, I can see ways to use it, like
Nintendo
with
Switch Online
doing
membership
community
will
like
require
streams and
you
stuff
to
like
use
that, and be more interactive.
Yeah.
So
The
I'll
online
definitely-
memberships
People as
for that's
possible
not
to
too
experience
surprising.
game chat. It will
Yeah,
be
I'll
available
definitely
for
pick it up for
a
sure.
limited time.
Did they give a date yet? No, it just started, man.
There's
Only
like
been
they,
going on
they gave us
12
the Mario Kart World, and then they're talking about the C button.
But the
in there.
smaller French streams versus the main game look choppy on the Switch too. Oh yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is about that.
We'd like to
Dang, I
introduce
really
another
wish we
new
could bring up
experience you can
captions.
share with family and friends.
I mean, that's just probably just you're having to prioritize resources and
On
stuff like
Nintendo
that.
Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together.
Oh, Mark, make sure you got high
Nintendo
resolution
Switch
audio
2,
on. I
you
forgot
can
to
play
tell you.
together locally on
I just had to turn
multiple
mine
using
on.
just one
It's
game
automatic off.
with Game Share. As shown here, even games that require
No, mine's always on.
can be played if one person owns a compatible game.
Well, that makes sense. Mine turns
Game
off
Share,
every
you
single
can
time.
temporarily share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. Game Share also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems.
Game share.
and
Okay,
connect
that's
with
cool.
friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier.
I mean, I definitely
That's
like
really
the
good.
concept of the.
They haven't it feels like they haven't done that since the DS era, where you could like have one person.
I mean,
share the
PlayStation
games,
does
but you
it.
have like limited playability.
Right, yeah. I like that they're bringing that back, but PlayStation and Xbox have been doing it for a while.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna play into the whole handheld version, which has always been like
Yeah.
Nintendo's like bread and butter.
That was one of my favorite features of the DS was, only having to have one copy of the game for certain games.
Did that with like some Bomberman games where you could only do very limited stuff. But you could
Mario
still-
Kart had it.
yeah, Mario Kart as well.
Yeah, bigger screen, same thickness. I do like some thick stuff, man.
7.9 inches. Switch 2 has a bigger
That's just like a
built-in
larger screen.
Here's how that
I'm
compares
all
to
about the
Nintendo
thickness.
Switch.
I feel like that's more. They just
System's
need
thickness
more.
remains the same.
A reason to put more hardware in it, so a larger screen probably helps with that as well.
With approximately
Thicker is
double
better,
the
as they
pixels compared
say.
to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater
Is a
detail
thick
on the
boy.
1080p screen.
Huh.
So it'll now be natively 1080p when you're handheld.
Yeah,
That's good.
that is
The
good.
screen supports up to 120 frames
Oh,
per
thank the
second,
Lord.
allowing
I
for
hope it
smoother
supports
gameplay.
VRR
Well,
too.
at least that's what the screen supports. Obviously, the games still have to be optimized properly, but
I just really
Yeah,
hope it
good you're
supports
getting-
VRR because
LCD
it's going to be a
screen
big
is more
letdown if it
visible
doesn't.
and supports HDR.
yeah,
providing more
I'm
contrast
more excited
between
about the
light and
HDR
dark
than
areas
not
of
having the LED
images.
screen.
You mean the OLED?
The all-new
Yeah, same
Joy-Con 2
difference.
controllers connect magnetically
I mean, it's going to be
with
jarring
strong
to go back
magnets
to an
firmly
LCD for me
attached
because
to the system.
I have the OLED everything now, essentially. OLED Switch, OLED monitors.
Yeah, so
Which
there it
is-
was. There's an actual like a latch, so it doesn't come out.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when
Probably one of
playing
the
with
biggest
Joy-Con
issues
2 held
if you've ever played
horizontally.
the Switch, like with just the Joy-Con. I think it was tiny.
Yeah, I never used
Not
them.
like a
Left and right
kid.
sticks are now larger.
Oh, they're large. That's good too. mouse
I don't know how much
controls.
this will actually be
Joy-Con
used.
2 controller
This feels
I
neat,
think it'll
but,
be
like,
like an HD Rumble type thing where it's like rarely used, but it's still a cool feature.
a
I'm
few
sure
Nintendo
there's some
first-party titles.
innovative games will come out of it and stuff
By
too.
adjusting the audio balance
Like
between
imagine
the
getting a new Mario
sounds
Paint
from
or
the
something.
built-in
That'd be
speakers
pretty
are
sick.
clearer and more natural
Yeah.
in handheld and
Also, it's got
tabletop
better
modes.
sound. That's cool.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
3D audio, that's good. Everything else is 3D audio
Even
now.
if you don't have a
That's
surround
good.
sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive,
I am a
three-dimensional
big fan of
sounds
3D
visible
audio.
coming from all around you.
Yeah. Oh, because you can use it whether it's just like a soundbar, especially in headsets. It works really well.
Yeah. Yeah, 3D audio is really nice, especially with
Place your
headphones
Nintendo
on.
Switch 2 however you like.
To be fair, this is verifying a lot of leaks that we had.
You can move it freely, like this.
Hey, you disregarded all the leaks.
I always do
In
until I get
addition to the
confirmation.
USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on
Mm.
top as well.
I like that.
So when it's like when you have it
It's
sitting down, you
for
can still charge it.
connecting
Yeah,
to a PC camera.
exactly. Oh, and you can plug the camera into it.
Nobody
That
cares about the
makes
camera.
sense.
It's all about the charging when it's in handheld mode, like if you have it on a table. So you don't have to buy like a separate third-party attachment.
Larger,
Nintendo
faster
Switch 2
storage.
comes with 256
Oh, thank
gigabytes of
God.
internal storage.
It's still like
8
not
times
much
that
though.
of
It's
Nintendo
better than the
Switch.
Switch
For
1.
storing your game downloads, save
I
data,
do like
be
that
fair,
they're
like, a
using
lot
the
of, like-
micro SD card
reading
express
and writing
cards
data
because
is also faster.
Yeah, like,
so
let's
if
be
they're
fair,
not
like,
doing
most of
SSDs, it's the closest thing to
Use the
SSDs.
Nintendo Switch 2
Yeah, if
dock,
you're only using
Oh, wait.
connect to
Nintendo
your
stuff.
TV and enable
Do we
up
got
to
any hardware in here?
4K resolution for
Probably
compatible
not, but
games. HDR is
It looks about
also
the same.
supported in TV mode.
oh, it's got 1440p mode. That's good.
Up to 4K.
Fan
It's docked
ventilation.
mode.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
That's what you got. You got a fan. All the hardware's still in the Switch.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
The real question is, are the Switch 2 cartridges going to taste any better or not?
This guy. Well, at the very least, like if you're using your Switch 1 library, at 256, you can throw all your games in there because most of those games, even some of like their big games, are not like
As you
massive
just
in
saw,
size.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo
Do you think we're going to
Switch.
get various color schemes for
Redesigned
the Switch
system
at
from the
launch, or
ground
do you
up,
think that we're going
adding
to
lots of new
just have one
like
standard
features.
color, the
They've
black?
only shown us the one
To
standard
help
color,
players
so
better
maybe you'll get
understand the
another
Switch
one,
2
but I can't
hardware,
imagine more than 2
we're currently
variants.
developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto.
It'd be cool to get like if
My current
Metroid
location is actually
Prime
inside
4
the game
does come
itself.
out as a launch title cross-platform.
This is Nintendo
I don't.
Switch 2
As far as I'm aware, we've
Welcome.
never gotten a
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
Metroid-themed console before.
I don't think we have.
I'm standing over here.
I'd buy that for sure.
Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
What is this?
There are a
This is
lot
like
of functional
PlayStation
icons
Home.
here. Let's examine them.
That's what it feels like. Like, I know there's like a
This
thing
side
they're doing
reads,
for this, or
"Where
is like an
are the
actual like
magnets?"
interactive game.
I know, I'm
The
confused.
Joy-Con
Or this
2
kinda how they just,
controllers
like,
attach
teach
to
you about the
system with
console.
magnets. And those
Maybe.
magnets are inside the system. The
Magnets
SL
rule the
and
world,
SR
man.
buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal. So that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through
This is
examining
neat,
signs
but, like,
these, you can
I don't know if
discover
I,
all
like,
sorts of secrets about Nintendo
care
Switch
that
2.
much about the inner workings of the Switch.
Another
I
example,
just need
the
it to
Joy-Con
work.
2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position of the
yes,
golf club
putt-putt
and aim for
golf.
the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
Exactly what I need the gyroscope for.
By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes,
Hey, I play it.
things like this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty.
I guess it's a wait and see who actually will take advantage of
Nintendo
it.
Switch 2 Welcome Tour
Mark's
will
face
launch
is
as a
covered
free
up.
digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out if
That's
you're
a paid
interested.
digital game.
Now,
It's a-
God forbid it
I'd
just be a
like to share
Pac-Man
some
title.
More information regarding Nintendo Switch 2.
Ooh,
This
Switch
is
2
the
cards
game
are
art
red.
of Nintendo Switch 2 titles. It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch.
I
game
like
cards,
that.
but it's
I like
now
that they're
red
changing the
and has
color.
much faster data
You can
reading
distinguish
speed.
them and Micro SD
Next
Card
up
Express.
is
I'm so
additional
happy they're
storage.
doing that too.
Yeah.
Switch 2 will only work with
They,
micro
I
SD
forget.
Express cards.
I think they run like 6 times as fast
They're
as
different
a
type of
regular
SD cards
SD card.
that will make high-speed data
Yeah, it's a
transfers
better
possible.
load
They're
time.
not quite as fast as an SSD, but they're close.
Please note that regular micro
I mean, the
SD
fact that
cards
flash
used in
storage
Nintendo
is kind of
Switch
caught
will
back
not
up
be
is pretty
compatible.
good.
Yeah, for sure.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the system transfer feature.
Oh, yeah,
thank
that's
God.
surprising.
You can transfer save data, digital games.
I've been more
and
about the
more.
save data than the actual games themselves.
We're also
Yeah,
releasing
same.
a new Pro
Oh,
controller.
hey, sick.
It has a C button, which
It
launches
looks good.
GameChat, and on the back there are new
And back
GL
triggers
GR
built in.
buttons,
Finally
which you
actually
can
getting
use to
those on an
assign
actual
existing button
controller.
controls.
It looks good.
In addition,
And an audio jack,
has
that's
been
cool.
added. We've
I'll probably buy like 4 or 5 of those.
Welcome to 2025. Actually have headphone compatibility in a Switch console.
There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the 3 of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch
Oh.
date.
Bro's clicking buttons.
Oh, Switch 2 launch
Nintendo
date.
Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
June 5th.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience
So
it.
about, what,
please
2
wait
months?
Just a bit longer.
Yep, 2 months.
Now, broadly speaking,
Heck yeah, that's a good
Nintendo
date
Switch
for it.
2, you can play 3 types of games.
So you have like the whole summer to deal with it.
The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch
It
2.
reminds me of Breath of the Wild running
The
through the
second
grass
type is
there.
compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
Which means there's like a
Nintendo
handful of
Switch
games that
2
won't be
edition
able to
games are
work.
The third type.
There always is,
Some
unfortunately.
games that were released
That's
on
why you
Switch
should always
will
keep
receive
your
upgraded
previous
versions that
console
offer
around.
Things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more. Now, I'd like to show
Oh,
you
that's
the
cool. We're
Nintendo
getting a
Switch
new
2 edition of
Jamboree
Super Mario
mode.
Party
So
Jamboree.
we do know we're getting like upgrades for the
Please
Switch
take a
for
look.
certain Switch 1 games, which is good to know.
Well, that's good because we love Jamboree, so that'll be cool to check out again. Jump back
Mario
into.
Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade.
That was
on
a
Nintendo
shockingly
Switch
good
2.
Mario Party game.
The upgrade expands on the base
Yeah,
game and
it is
adds
pretty good.
new features,
Expands on the base
including
game. Okay,
mouse
cool.
controls,
Oh, it even has mouse controls in this game.
audio
I mean, of course,
recognition,
they're going to take advantage of it.
more expressive rumbles.
It's no 1-2 switch, but you know it'll
I
do.
want
and
to Switch was a
gameplay that
bad game,
uses a
but
camera accessory,
I thought it was a great game.
all of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
This reminds me of iToy.
Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single
So there's
camera,
gonna be
up to
mini
4
games that
players
use the
can join
camera.
festivities.
That's kind of cool, I
You'll be
guess.
able to
Oh, I guess
see
you can see
each
who
other's
is who,
faces as
essentially.
you play.
Yeah, I like that.
Experience all the
I'll
reaction
definitely be
and
picking up the
emotions
camera.
in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online.
It's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie.
Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage too.
That's kind of funny.
Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
I'm not gonna lie. I really like this. It's pretty cool.
let out your inner Mario.
And
Yeah, this is
compete in
kinda
other
sick.
mini-games using full body movement and sound.
It reminds me of the iToy so much for the
Take a ride
PS2.
on the
They're
Bowser
definitely
World
using
Carnival
Mario Party
Coaster.
to really
With the
play in as like a
safety
tech
bar
demo for
lowered
it.
and secured,
Yeah.
you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks cool.
this
It's like
100%
an on-rail
feels-
shooter.
They're using
When
a
you're
good
right, a
game,
mini-game will
and they're just
begin.
throwing in the tech
There's
demo
a
into this instead of like
bouldering
1-2
game where
switch.
2
What it
players
feels
each
like.
control an arm.
I wish we get a new
One
1-2
where
switch
you
though.
shake a can of spray paint
Nah,
and quickly
I'm
tag
good without it.
objects. Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive
Unfortunately, I'm going
mini-games.
after all the
How
first-party
quickly
games, so
can you
at
reach the
some point I
station?
have to buy it.
From mini games that use the camera, the The built-in microphone.
It doesn't feel like a Nintendo game if you ask me.
It's not. It's like a glorified tech demo.
Even bigger. Super Mario
So if you're gonna make it tech
So
demo,
they are
do
like
a good
re-releasing this for Switch 2, and it's called Switch 2 Edition.
is on Nintendo Switch 2.
I'll rebuy it just to get that extra stuff.
It feels.
Nintendo Switch 2
Oh, you can get like
Okay,
just
so it's an upgrade.
pack.
Yeah, it's an upgrade.
Okay.
Can upgrade to
So they're not
Yeah,
gonna
we'll,
release
we'll definitely
games.
have to stream that. We'll upgrade and do that for sure.
An upgrade pack.
Xbox Connect, yeah, it reminds me of that as
Please
well.
look forward to a new Mario Party experience.
So does this explain why we have seen a huge discount on Switch 1 games lately in
Let's continue
store?
presenting some more
Walmart had a
Nintendo
clearance sale on Switch games. We had a bunch of Switch games on sale. I can tell you my Walmart did. Oh,
Okay, so yeah, this
It's
totally-
happening.
totally-
It's happening.
Yeah, if they're gonna do it for Breath, they're gonna do it for Tears.
bro, yes.
Feature enhanced resolution and frame rate.
I am
I mean, just having
so
better
hyped to
performance.
this.
And also support
Oh yeah, the
HDR,
area that was infamously
makes the
terrible.
image more
Thank God I
Of
still
course.
didn't finish
So
Tears of
you
the
can
Kingdom
play
yet.
smoother.
I'm right at the end. Like
I didn't
I
finish
could,
it either. I
I
saw
could.
it.
Well, no, I mean I can, but I've been trying to do all the extra stuff.
You can get even
Like I
more
could
out
beat
of your
Ganon right
purchase
now if I
by
wanted to, but I just
Zelda
wanted to
and
get all the
Breath.
shrines and stuff. Bro, this is
This new
sick.
feature
I'm
will
so
be
happy
accessed
they're
through
doing
the
that.
Nintendo Switch app on smart
I mean, it's
devices.
nothing major. More, it's just performance
It's a
issues and frame rates. But
game-specific
that's
service
really all those
that's
games
Yeah, but
need.
it
It's
fixes
just,
Switch 2 edition.
it fixes the only problems really.
Core
with the
Course
game.
was just
It can
probably
help
like the
guide
one
you to
bad
various
area of that
locations
game with how
where
bad it
shrines
lagged.
and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Oh, this is cool. You can pull up a map on your phone.
Proceed north.
Also, they're actually gonna like.
That's actually not a bad idea. That's actually a really good idea.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them
What?
to another player to create in their
Well, that's a neat way. So you don't have to worry. You just need the creative people to make this, and you
Wow.
can just download them.
That's really cool, man. Well, I'll definitely be replaying both of these again. I haven't finished Tears yet,
We
but
hope these features will make your
I'm right.
adventures
I'm at
more
the end game.
Just more powerful console. Hopefully, it completely gets rid of any kind of performance.
Sweet.
Kirby and the
Okay,
Forgotten
they're bringing over.
But yeah. Not like they're adding more content, but I guess I'd be happy if it just.
Well, this is the best Kirby game to ever come out. It's like essentially. A
You think Scarlet and Violet
semi-open-world Kirby?
are gonna get this treatment?
God, I
Games
hope
that
so.
probably could
God, I
definitely
hope
use
so.
performance fixes.
Yes, please. Have you played this game though? It's like a. It's like it's almost like an open world Kirby game. It's really good.
That's what everyone's. I was just never the biggest Kirby fan.
But they're adding
Never
in.
been an IP that I got.
Oh
into.
look, Prime.
So
Switch
it's the
edition.
native. This confirms it's a native Switch 1 game, which I feel like we kind of already
Which
knew.
sucks, but at least we get a better version of.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really good though. I'm not gonna lie. It looks better than what we saw the other day on the Switch 1 Direct.
And that's neat. They're giving you the
4K 60.
No, they're
and
using like
HDR.
the mouse stuff for the shooting if you wanted to
Oh,
play it more
bro,
like
bro, you can pick between 1080 120
Choose from these two
or
modes,
4K
both of which
60. That's
support
sick.
HDR. Based on your
4K. If it's actually 4K at 60, that'd be really dope. That'd probably be the better way to play.
Oh, I'll be playing at 120 for sure, but
Yeah. So this confirms their cross.
oh my god,
release
they are
titles.
bringing this over too. Okay, thank God, because it needs it more than any of them.
By taking advantage of the power
Not
this
saying
is-
it's
this is-
bad,
this
but
is
it
the-
just didn't look great.
No, but this just confirms for both those games that they're coming out on the Switch and they're getting a.
That's great.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
We feel like we kind of already kind of suspected this.
Yeah, Mr. Coffee, I agree. I'll be playing it 1080
Well, no, this is
120.
physical and digital editions for all those games. So, like, if
If you have the version of the game, you can play by
Wild
purchasing it.
Tears Kingdom, I think I might have to pick those up.
Oh, so you can just buy an upgrade pack if you already own them.
You already
That's
have
cool.
the game.
Next,
But if they also
introduce
release
a
a physical,
brand new
I
game
might check
featuring
that out
mouse
instead.
controls
Yeah,
and
same.
Con 2 controllers.
Turn up the direct.
Sure.
Yeah, good.
Please take a look.
Man, he's awfully demanding, isn't he?
Hopefully that's enough for y'all.
I mean, I was really hoping they were going to show Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but they're past those
Too much
already.
to ask for. I just feel like it's Game Freak. I'm just not caring.
Did you say it's too much to ask for?
Apparently,
What is this?
is this the actual?
What kind of disabled veteran video game is this?
drag drive?
I'm confused. So you play basketball in a wheelchair?
mean, it's an actual thing people do, but so you have to like use the actual mouse to like move forward,
It's a neat concept.
and it works with they're trying to like with the actual mouse. Build.
For Nintendo, that is too much to ask for. This looks like Rocket League, essentially.
I guess you can see where it definitely takes inspiration from.
Oh, Matt Long said, "Dude, new Rocket League." Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it looks interesting. It doesn't look like something I'd necessarily want to play, but
In Drag and Drive,
it does look
you'll use
interesting
both
for
Joy-Con
sure.
2 controllers as
Hit the
mice
button,
to
Brandon.
intuitively pull off various moves.
But
We hope you're looking forward to a
No,
new
you can hit the
twist
button and
3-on-3
make me full
matches
screen.
using dual
oh,
mouse controls.
sorry, I didn't mean to. I can
Next,
see people
here are some
checking
games
this out on
from
release
publishing
date, but
and
dropping it
development
fast
partners
because it
coming
looks
to Nintendo Switch
gimmicky.
2.
yeah, they're just using it to show it.
Disabled League.
So we're definitely actually getting proper third-party support.
Oh,
Either
Dave, that's
or.
hilarious. Disabled League.
I like getting Elden Ring on Switch too.
I don't know.
Will this work better on this or the Steam Deck? That's the real question.
I just want to know when we're getting World of Warcraft brought over.
Never.
That's all I care about. I can't believe they're bringing Elden Ring up. I mean, I can believe it because it's not like a super intensive game.
It actually
but
has the
I-
hardware, but like, is it how much of a downgrade?
Tarnished edition. It's not going to be a downgrade. I don't think it's going to be a downgrade at all.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Our first ever sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish.
Well,
the
now I have an
sinister
excuse to
titans of
finally
crime.
play Elden Ring. That's
Battle
sick.
beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth.
You
Getting
needed to come to the
dozens of
Nintendo
characters
console.
from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your
I'm a
every
Nintendo guy.
setback.
What can I say?
It's the kind of game
I don't play other
you quickly
video game
pick up and
systems.
play whether you're experienced with the original or not.
Switch or nothing,
For more
baby.
about
Let's
Hades
go.
2,
That's
later
what I'm
this year.
saying. I'm even getting rid of my
皆さん
PC
こんにち
even.
はカプコンの中山です我々がお届けするタイトルはストリート
There
ファ
you
イ
go.
ター
Now you can finally play
6
Street Fighter 6.
本体
Oh, that
の
is kind of sick.
は
That
もちろん
that's sick. It's being brought over though.
新モードもありますソフトは通常版の他に
Now I have an excuse to play Street Fighter 6. Years 1 through 2 Fighters Edition. Oh, there's Amiibo coming out for it too. That's cool. If we can run Elden Ring, we definitely going to see Call of Duty Warzone and maybe even GTA 5. Yeah, I can see it. I think people are underestimating the power of the Switch 2, though.
I mean, not for like bad reason. Kind of trained to expect something from Nintendo consoles for a while now.
Amiibos ain't dead, baby.
It's a new game, or is this another game being
No.
ported over?
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
I just don't know what this is.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks for the warm welcome!
Do I?
Yeah.
This planet will be ours.
Do you guys tell me what it is?
The sovereign axiom
It's Astral Chain, too.
has almost completed a weapon that was created.
I have no idea what that
to
is.
destroy all.
Astral Chain?
I've never played those games.
It's a first-party Nintendo game.
I won't just stop you. I'll tear
Well, it's new to me.
All children bring hope.
It's not even. No, this guy lied to me.
I did think it was Astral Chain, but Damon X Machina I have on the Switch.
I
too.
wouldn't have remembered that.
Bro just said he might get rid of his PC because of the Switch 2.
I don't,
bro,
I don't know
I
if I'd
am
go that far.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of the PC. I don't need it anymore.
If I had to pick one, I'd still stick with my PC.
Together, they get trapped in their own
Absolutely
stories. It's
not.
up to you and a friend to help them break
PC's
free.
kind of garbage.
Let me
Not
tell you
really.
this,
You can
if you
emulate
like It Takes
Switch
Two,
games.
you're gonna
I
love
feel,
it.
I
just
kind of
don't
feel
need to do
Nintendo
that.
is trying to come more into the competitive community. Yeah, as they should, because they really need to.
I mean, the
That
last
was
time
the
they've been
big thing
competitive.
lacking from Switch One.
I mean, Nintendo hasn't been hardware game, at least.
We're excited to announce that
I mean, the
eSports FC
Switch Shield
coming to
will be
Nintendo
more
Switch
powerful
2.
than a PC.
Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform.
All right, Madden's coming back to Switch. That's good.
They can nickel and dime you even more.
Split Fiction is a member buries the game.
Oh, I remember.
We need a new Suikoden, I agree.
You'll be immersed in the Wizarding world like
Hogwarts Legacy, one I still need to play. I've been waiting to play it, but for some
I
reason,
played it. I did. Never came close. to
I
finishing
love
it.
Harry Potter though.
It is a decent game, but I was just never a big
Discover
Harry
the
Potter
enhanced
fan.
magic when Hogwarts Legacy
I think I
launches
dropped it
on
after
the
like
same
4
day
hours.
as Switch 2.
I'm pretty excited for this. I always love the Pro Skater games.
A lot more third-party support than the Switch One had at launch. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean we're getting a lot of announcements from this, so it's good news. And yes, Bam Margera will be in 3 and 4. Yeah, Switch 2 is going to be way more powerful than a PC.
That's a lie. Maybe your PC.
I'm just kidding. of
Tony
course.
Hawk's SpongeBob crossover, summer 25.
Wonder will Madden
Hello,
and
this is Christian
FC
Ellerman
be
from
actual
Aeon
games or legacy versions of the games?
We are bringing our flagship title,
Oh, that's a
Hitman:
good question.
World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade,
Dave,
Agent
by the way, we
47
will
does
be
everything
me and
he
Mark
can
will
to
be
accomplish
streaming
his mission.
Monster Hunter
How he
on
chooses
Saturday
to
again.
progress will vary depending on the player's
Yeah, I don't feel like that. Maybe a 1060 with the Ryzen 5 or something.
Same day as Switch 2. Plus,
Yeah,
we are
something like
excited
that.
to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
1080 Ti can do better than this.
What is this, Call of Duty?
No, it looks like James Bond.
I don't know. Last time we had a good James Bond game, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's James Bond.
Here's another mediocre game that was out on the PS5.
I wonder if it's a GoldenEye remake.
James Bond. The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Project
so stay
007.
So that's just like a teaser.
We're getting a
trailer.
lot of third-party stuff
The
announced.
story of light and shadow
Oh, here we go.
fades, is reborn. Bravely
one's
Default
this?
Returns, remastered in high definition.
This is, I know what it is. Is it Bravely Default?
That help you control the
I think you're right.
change and customize.
It's starting to look like it.
I think it's Bravely Default. I can't remember.
Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and
I
advancements.
still need to play those games. They're ones that I've been meaning to play, but I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I guess we'll see who's right. Probably said Final Fantasy
The
9.
classic fantasy RPG. Bravely
Yeah, it's Bravely Default.
Oh, it's a brand new one too.
Remaster.
HD
Set for the
remaster.
Luxembourg as a warrior of
Flying
light.
Fairy HD remaster. Okay, that's cool.
Switch 2 launch title.
代表の横山です。我々がお送りする
There you go. Getting Yakuza coming to the Switch too.
Director's cut though.
1988年東京と大阪
Pretty sure it's just like a remaster with all the DLC.
No, it's a director's cut.
伝説の始まりを
It's just a fancy
追加シーンとともに
name.
お楽しみください。発売日は任天堂
Hey, you've been looking for a
I
reason to
don't
play the
know.
Yakuza games though. This might be a good. I mean, Yakuza 0 obviously.
I mean, I
is a
already
good
have. The problem is I
start,
have all these games on Steam.
but you
We'll
don't have
more games
director's
to show
cut.
from our publishing and development
I need a
partners.
director's
But
cut.
for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
All right, what we got?
Yakuza Mario.
Koei Tecmo. Oh, it's another Warriors game. My daughter won an award for the Wild.
Oh, so the Tears of the Kingdom.
Is it seriously another?
Descended from the heavens.
I mean, that's what this is.
Is it another Zelda Warriors game?
Who dwelled on the
Why? What else would they do? They did one for.
I don't know, but if
Breath of
there's
the
any,
Wild.
they need to remaster Age of Calamity because that game ran like dog crap.
terrible evil arose.
Did they say how much the console will cost yet? No, not yet.
No, not yet. We just
We're
know it comes out June 5th.
Still only like 40 minutes into it.
One which
Like, I liked Age of Calamity, but my god, it had some terrible performance issues.
the imprisoning war.
What I did really like about it is that it actually did give more story and backstory to all of the stuff happening. like legitimate story to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, so you get to play from the other side of the story then.
Hyrule Castle?
Story leading into Tears of the Kingdom.
Must mean this really is the past.
So it's the actual war against.
Oh, that's sick.
That's definitely a neat. The story that you
I
only.
mean,
get
I
flashback,
definitely
so you
am
can
picking it up
actually,
day one.
Actually experience the actual story.
I just hope there's no performance issues. That's all I hope.
Well, at this point, if it is, it's a Koei Tecmo issue.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Kind of like Breath of the Wild, you get to play the version of the game that you didn't really get to see in the game.
Right. Hyrule Warriors. Age of Imprisonment. Cool. Yeah, I'm on board for that.
So there's 3. They've done that. This is the 3rd time they've done it. Coming this winter, so it's a holiday.
Yeah, 3rd Hyrule Warriors.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
I'm glad we're getting something similar with this. It feels like what their Koei Tecmo is going to be doing from now on, like the mainline Zelda games.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Is it something new, like in between Zelda game titles, like in between like mainline games, like every 2 years they'll come out with a warrior style game now,
like a
kind of like Bridge, whatever.
semi kind of filler game.
You can
Yeah.
continue to enjoy.
I mean, it's not really a filler game; it's like its own game. But what I do hope that we
I'm
get,
hyped, but I like to.
I'm
I
really
like the
hoping we
first
get a Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons remake, because those are Oracle of Ages is in my top 3 Zelda games of all time. I think those games are deserving of a remake and like the Link's Awakening style. Nintendo GameCube.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus
Oh,
expansion
here we
pack
go.
will be getting a new classic game library.
You know what that means too? They're making a new controller, so that's what that controller patent was for. Was for this.
So is this how we're getting Prime too?
They're going to be releasing an official
there you go.
GameCube controller.
This is how you're getting your
Well,
Zelda.
this is not exactly how I wanted it, but okay.
It's better than nothing, I guess.
I'll just play it on the Wii U.
The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
But I do like that we're going to be able to buy a GameCube controller again. That's cool.
Tale of souls and swords eternally retold.
Well, to be fair, like for a lot of these games, you need that controller specifically. It's a really kind of like this pretty unique controller.
Soul Calibur 2.
Series enters the fray.
That's cool.
Soul Calibur 2.
F-Zero GX. That's a good ad.
I mean, they're not going to make a new one, so enjoy the
No,
old
of course
one.
not. I mean, it's a really good game, though.
Yeah.
Featuring the series first.
That's sick. They're adding, so that makes sense. The whole patent for the GameCube controller now makes more sense.
In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or
I
online.
can play online too. That's cool.
Enjoy these
expect that.
classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution.
Of course, they're going to Shaft Prime too.
You can also check the control.
I was starting to think for a second, oh, well, maybe this is how they'll add it on. but
I'm
nope.
kind of just content that we're not getting them.
Oh, Pokemon XD and Chibi Robo.
Right. Oh, this is how we get good
These
parties.
Pokemon Coliseum, they're adding the good stuff too.
Oh, the good stuff first.
The Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo
Same
Switch
day.
Online Plus
The
expansion
Switch 2,
pack.
so June
Dude,
5th.
I am so
launches
hyped for this
same day
console.
as the hardware's release.
So hyped.
And
A lot of really good
dedicated
GameCube games
controller
out there.
designed after the original
Oh, look,
GameCube
they are
controller
yeah, they're
will
doing the
also be
controller.
released. It can connect wirelessly and
Sick,
also
I'll buy
has a
4
seal
of them,
button
bro.
to quickly access Game Chat.
2 to keep
The
sealed, 2 to
Nintendo
open.
GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope
And
you're
Metroid
looking
always
forward
gets
to
the shaft,
Nintendo
to be
GameCube
fair.
Always.
Nintendo Classics.
Perfect time to at least talk about
course,
Yo Prime
you can
2.
continue to play select games from the
You think
system
they'll add
shown
a
here
DS
on
to
Nintendo
online
Switch 2.
expansion pass?
Okay.
At this
let's
point,
see some more
maybe,
games
but
from our
it's
publishing and
it's
development
the dual screen touchscreen issue, which would require them to do a lot more work to fix some of these games.
We'll
So I
get to
don't
work, Nintendo. Nintendo online services
If we
now
do,
work more
it'll
than
just take a lot
PlayStation and
longer.
Xbox Online.
Yeah, some more Undertale stuff. I just never cared for this game.
I never got into it either, even though I should, because it's essentially an Earthbound game, but I just never got into it.
I don't know. It's just I never cared for the gameplay.
It's meant to be like a spiritual successor to Earthbound, but I can't get into it.
Yeah. Deltarune.
Huh.
Switch 2 on launch.
Hi, I'm Randy.
Big old titties.
Oh, I did not want to see
Borderlands.
that ugly mug. Sorry, I don't like Randy Pitchford. The guy just pisses me off.
Who?
Randy Pitchford.
Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way.
Is he gonna have the same performance issues that like every other Borderlands game has on Switch 1?
I'm
They all
becoming
run
less and less
garbage.
excited about this game because after I played Tiny Tina and the disappointment with 3 as far as the story goes.
Randy gonna do a magic trick.
Dude, Tiny Tina, oh my god.
That's a bad game.
I'm Dennis
That was a
Schiff from
really
Flat
bad
Games.
game.
We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's
Oh, there you go, Mark.
Civilization 7.
I
In
don't-
Civ 7,
I haven't
you'll
played
establish
since
an
like Civ
empire,
4
guide
or
your
Civ
people
5.
throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
So you can actually play it like you would on the PC. These games are designed to be played on the PC.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2.
It's just not my type of game.
I just don't think RTS is worth that well on consoles.
News from 2K.
Hi,
Or
I'm
even
Ryan LG,
the turn-based.
and I'm Ben Bishop. Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay, so they are bringing back all the sports games. They're probably going to bring back Call of Duty. They're probably going to bring back.
Well, that's
all
how popular Switch 1 was. And you're like, all right, we can't lose it on all this money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if it's underpowered, they'll make it work.
Youthful enthusiasm and a profound lack of
Yeah, I can see Warzone definitely being brought over though for sure.
I think Warzone's not like everything. It's one of those games. It's just all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, if Fortnite can run fine on, I'm sure Warzone can too.
Good.
Tastes amazing, doesn't
What is it?
Froze.
Oh, it did freeze.
And if it was like just me or
Oh no, it's the whole thing. It's freeze on my screen too.
so it's like
Just,
it's not on
refresh
PS2.
real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Let's set sail.
No, it's still
Yeah, it's still froze on my end
stream
too.
issue.
Well, that's not good.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Dang, Nintendo, your stream froze. Yeah, it froze on our end
man.
too.
Why at the end too?
Enter the Gungeon 2.
Let me try to go to a different Nintendo one real quick.
An aim for the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike
I go,
Yeah,
like Nintendo
Jazz
Canada or
games, same
something.
thing over on the YouTube.
You can expect some fan favorite elements to return.
See if there's another
We're still working on the
Nintendo
game.
Japan or
We're
Canada
excited
or
to
something.
share more with you in the future.
Nintendo UK. All right, Nintendo UK is not frozen.
I gotta pull it up.
Hurry, Mark.
Oh wait. Oh, it went back.
Just make sure it's live. Hit live.
Oh, you keep hitting that button.
Star Seeker Astroneer Expeditions.
What do you? You're hitting a button, Brandon. You keep swinging over the screen.
I'm not even hitting anything.
Bring the immersive world of the dark future to
Also,
Everyone's like, we can't miss it on
2077 is
this
being
money.
brought over.
Well, this came out on like what around the time PS4 did. So if it's
I mean, it's a
equivalent to
PS4 and
the
Xbox
PS4
One game.
Pro or the PS4, it makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
I can't imagine it's gonna run
I wonder what
that
the
well.
Ultimate Edition is, though. Probably just has all the
It's
DLC
called the
back in.
DLC.
I mean, I pick it up again since I haven't played it since.
I don't know if I could go back and play this game vanilla anymore, though. That's the problem. It's one of those games like Skyrim. I'm like, the vanilla experience is not as good as the modded experience.
Oh, but you're Square Enix.
任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7
Final Fantasy 7.
インターグレードを発売いたします
Oh, okay, cool. They're bringing
本作は
integrated
脱出までを描いた
Switch 2.
3部作シリーズの1作目となり
I wonder if they're going to bring
20年以上の
Rebirth
時を
over,
経て
though.
再創作された
I would
新しい
assume so.
部分を体験いただきます
Still got to beat down
スイッチ2で展開
PS5.
する FF7 リメイク
I
シリーズ
dropped it because something came out.
ご
And
期待くださ
I
い
keep forgetting to pick it back up. Kiritsu Gami Path of the Goddess. Available Switch 2 launch day.
Oh, this guy just keeps
All Night Silksong. Mr. Coffee says it's not in sync. Might be not actually live. Like, did you hit live? I'm not sure.
What are you talking about?
Like live on the video, you know how it can get out of sync. You have to hit live. Make sure it's like actually live with the feed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can't wait for this Marvel Cosmic Invasion game though. Looks sick.
I mean, it's good to see that Nintendo's actually getting third-party support for once, and it feels like forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though I'd still rather play most of these games elsewhere. For Outlaw, not at all.
Well, except Star Wars Outlaws, but
I got like what, 10 more minutes or so.
yeah.
Well, of course, Fortnite's coming. There you go, Ridge Racer.
I love Ridge Racer. Apparently, Silksong is
Almost got
coming out in
Plaza.
2025.
Demon Fall Flat. That's it.
Oh, that game was terrible. Human Fall Flat, too. Nobody cares.
たくさんのタイトルをご紹介してきましたが、次がソフトメーカーさんの最後のタイトルになります。ご覧ください。
It's really good to the last game. You're like, oh, we've got one more.
We still got 8 minutes, so there's got to be a little bit more.
That's what I was saying. Ah, this looks so familiar. Is this oh my god, what is it? I can't remember the name. Oh, it's killing me.
I give you
Arcade Archives, Namco, yes. Fall Flat sucks, but kids love it. Yeah, I just couldn't get into it myself. Then they announced Baldur's Gate 3 yet? No, they have not.
Oh, this looks so familiar. I just can't think of the name of the game I'm thinking of.
I'm not sure. Is it the vampire game?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't what I was thinking of. It's From Software.
Yeah,
as soon as they're
all
their new
four
games
more
come.
from Software.
Yeah. Is Mark even a gamer anymore? Apparently not.
Is this Bloodborne?
I wasn't sure if it was
This
that
is
or was it.
Bloodborne. Are they remastering it? Yeah, it is.
It's a game I didn't play, so.
Well, now's the time too, because it ran like absolute garbage on. I don't know if it's Bloodborne remaster or if it's 2, but it ran like garbage on PS4. The frame rate was just really, really bad, but it's like a really good game though. The problem is it's a Souls game, and I suck at Souls games.
I mean, there's always the chance Baldur's Gate 3 could come later.
Oh, dude, there's zero reason Baldur's Gate 3 couldn't run on Switch 2. Yeah, I don't know if this is a remaster or a sequel to Bloodborne, but
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon.
yeah, new game, Mr. Coffee said.
I think Lord was actually played it before.
carrier of blood.
It'd be nice to actually see new games, not just like old games come to the Switch.
Yeah, for sure. We got a healthy mix of both.
I mean, we got a lot of good third-party games, but most of them were like games that had been out for a while there. Outside of like Borderlands 4.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Duskbloods? I guess that was neither.
Yeah, it has to be a new game.
Mark, can you show off your anime collection? Well, this is huge. The Switch 2 has the first chance to announce it. Yeah, it is a big deal.
Yeah, I should probably do. I could probably do a video on that here pretty soon. I probably should. Coming next year.
ご覧いただいたのは From Software さんが手掛ける完全新作タイトルです。
I mean, it's good to see new
どのような
games
ゲー
though.
ムなのかについてはディレクターの宮崎さんが語るクリエイターズボイスを公開しますのでぜひご覧ください。ソフトメーカーさんのタイトルの紹介は以上です。ご出演いただいた開発者の皆様、また今回の発表に映像をご用意いただいたソフトメーカーの皆様、本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとう。
ご覧いただいた以外にも Nintendo Switch 2に向けて多くのゲーム開発を進めていただいています。今後もたくさんのタイトルをご紹介していきますのでお楽しみに。
So we still need the price, and we need to know what your console seller is.
What do you mean? There's a lot of console sellers.
No, like the actual, like the launch system seller.
Yeah, Mario Kart World.
I don't know if that's a system seller.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not being dead serious.
That's 100.
I wouldn't say that a system seller.
100% a system seller. Open world Mario Kart? Are you kidding me? Oh, new Kirby game. This is a system seller we needed.
I still wouldn't.
This is new like Star Rider game.
A system seller is like an actual mainline Mario game
New
or like a game.
Kirby racing game.
It's hard to tell.
Looks like it is.
It'd be weird to have like a Kirby racing game on top of Mario Kart.
Not really, because they're like kind of different styles
against each other.
They're like different styles. It is a Kirby racing game though.
But they'd still compete with each other, though. To be fair.
Kirby Air Ride, nice. That's the system seller right there.
Not even close.
What?
Oh, Sakurai's working on it.
That's good.
2020. Yeah, it's not a launch title.
Nintendo GameCube のカービィのエアライド以来22年ぶりに完全新作が登場します。桜井さんが手掛ける
Okay, now cue how mad F-Zero fans are going to be. A new Kirby Air Ride.
Kirby Air Ride, but no F-Zero.
最後の映像となります。ご覧ください。
This is the last trailer because it makes sense. This will be the main game.
What is this?
I don't know. It has to be a new Mario game. Has to be.
Oh my god, is it? It is, isn't it?
I mean, we haven't had one since the Switch, like first year of the Switch, since what 2017?
Yeah, pretty much. It's gotta be. Yeah, it is for sure. It's gotta be. Oh, Donkey Kong. Is it a 3D Donkey Kong game? No way. A 3D Donkey Kong. Oh my god, it is.
To be fair, that is surprising.
Oh my god.
I thought it was almost certainly going to be a Mario game.
Oh, this is the system seller right here. Oh my god, we haven't had a 3D Donkey Kong game since the 64. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yo. This is sick.
Yeah, definitely showing off what the Switch can do. as far as like destroyable like environments.
How come you don't make Joey's on YouTube and social media? Did you quit the anime podcasts? I wish you'd do more short form content. I'd love to see Mark do shorts.
Oh. No, I want to do more stuff like that. I just have other stuff going on that just made it hard to get stuff done. And I'll be moving in like June as well, so that's gonna like make it more difficult on top of everything else.
What Mark actually means to tell you is he's going to jail for 6 months.
You wish.
Dude, I can't believe we're getting a new 3D Donkey Kong. That's insane. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I did not see that coming.
I don't think anybody did. I don't think anybody had.
That's even cooler than a 3D Mario game. This has been so long.
Comes out July 17th.
Wow. That's gotta be a launch title.
Well, it comes out like a month after.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But
That's
it's
incredible.
It comes out in like the first month of it coming out, so.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Definitely looks more like the actual movie.
Yeah, it's the movie Donkey Kong. They changed it for Mario Kart World as well. For some reason, I don't like the movie design as much as like the classic Rare Donkey Kong, but I think they had to do it because of like copyright reasons. Miyamoto has come out to end the show. Mark doesn't care about his fans.
Apparently not.
Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. Mario Kart World Bundle.
So they're not going to give you a price, and they're just going to make you wait a little bit longer before they put it up for sale.
Well, that's the biggest thing is I wanted a price.
They didn't give it to you. You have to wait a little bit longer. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Do we really not get a price?
No, they said they're going to.
So it's obviously not going up for pre-order today.
It might. Depends on when this information comes out. But they haven't released a price for it. It's not going to be up for pre-order yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people were anticipating it going up for pre-order right after the stream. I'm kind of glad it's not because I just got an expensive purchase. So
it feels like they didn't want. I don't know what they're trying to do as far as like waiting to actually come out.
Gives me a little more time to save up some money and stuff for it. Yeah,
$867. Yeah. I guess you have to wait until Nintendo comes out later and actually gives you more information on pre-order and price and stuff like that.
Hopefully it comes out like next week or something.
I can't remember if they said it came out later today or not.
What? If what did?
Because they said something about when they were going to actually like give out more information.
Oh, the Treehouse Live is today.
So for more information, check the official Nintendo 2 Switch website, which goes live later today. So I assume sometime later today we'll actually get more information.
Yeah, the Treehouse Live is going on today too, where they're going more in depth on everything.
Probably.
You just bought a Switch 1 for Christmas. That's still
you don't have to get. I mean, to be fair, like there's not like play outside like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. No, like major hard hitters coming out like out the gate.
I don't know. I beg to differ on that, but
no Prime information. Or do we get Prime? Well, we knew Prime 4 is getting a Switch 2 version, but we essentially no release date.
I would beg to say that there's a lot that's coming out around launch that's worth.
We have a lot of updates and stuff like that, but like Mario Kart's the only like major launch title that I would say we know for facts coming out at launch with the Switch.
Well, there's a lot of launch window games though too. So
yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. What'd you think about it?
I think it's pretty good. A lot to actually have to go back and properly rewatch some of the stuff where we're not talking over it and really dissect and go over everything. But
yeah, I'm going to rewatch
obviously
it too.
Some of the big things were at least better in-game functionality with the voice chat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
An open world Mario Kart, which is definitely unique design. I'm curious how they're going to deal with that, or they're going to bring in the ability to how they're going to deal with like old maps and new maps and stuff like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if they're going to do that, or they're trying something wholesale new. Obviously, we got a lot of the top games out the gate from the Switch on the Switch 2. They're getting a Switch 2 version essentially. New Zelda Warriors essentially.
Yeah.
Which I assume would be pretty good. Obviously, nobody knew they were going to really talk about a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that
definitely
one
did
totally
not
got the gates.
anticipate that coming at all, which is
And
really
obviously
cool.
they definitely talked a lot of third party stuff. Just not a whole lot of new games, but yeah, obviously we had the new From Software game and stuff.
I mean,
like that. So
I'm
I think
just like
it's
really
pretty good.
excited that a 3D Donkey Kong is coming out. I'm excited that the rumors were real, that the remaster of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is coming out. The fact that we are getting Metroid Prime 4 and the other game on Switch,
I guess
Pokemon Legends EA on Switch 2 as well, so that obviously we're going to want to play the better versions of the game.
No, because they also finally get your GameCube games on NSO.
That's a big deal too. Yeah,
the same day Switch 2 comes out with some decent games, because that's how you're getting at least the easy way to play Wind Waker at this point. Obviously, nothing else on any of the other Zelda games, but I can't imagine them releasing multiple Zelda games at once.
It's I still find it pretty curious that they haven't brought those games over, or aren't bringing them over, at least so far, over to Switch 2 at least.
Because it was on the Wii U.
It's like, why? They would sell. People have been asking for it forever.
Well, the obvious answer was they wanted it on the Switch. But is that the GameCube version, or is that the upgraded version?
Maybe price will be announced at Treehouse. It might be. Let me look up when.
Well, they said they were going to
start.
release more information later today on the.
Let me see what time Treehouse Live goes live. Treehouse Live is tomorrow and the 4th, starting at 10 a.m.
Yeah, because Nintendo's official website for Switch 2 just says releasing in 2025. So obviously we know it's coming out June 5th, but we don't have a price tag, which means they're not putting up pre-orders yet.
Yeah, I'll pull this up here real quick.
Yeah, they still need to update their website. So are they going to wait till after the hands-on experience later this month? Because that would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be kind of crazy. It would be.
Are they using the new Nintendo app to drop the actual price on us?
It's a great question. I really don't know.
Because what they say today was the first day they're actually going to start dropping information on that.
Yeah, it says, let's see, gameplay presentations will follow a Switch 2 focused Nintendo Direct on April 2nd at 9 a.m. We were reading about that. So yeah, Treehouse Live is tomorrow and the 4th, starting at 10 a.m. each day. So
that's crazy.
Possible that we
price tag yet.
It's possible they announce it during Treehouse Live. Treehouse Live is like their take on E3, so it's possible that it gets announced then. I hope it does, because I want to be prepared on the cost of it, because you got to think the amount of games that I want to get at launch with it as well. I'm going to be spending well past the price of just the console.
So I guess
I'm sure I'll be picking up all the big games.
I have to keep an eye out for price and pre-orders and stuff like that.
I mean, you want people to be prepared and to be able to save up for these things, because, best start keeping an eye out on retailer stores. One of them is going to screw up and post the pre-order price. Yeah, I can see that happening for sure. I do gotta say though, I think I will hold off playing any more Tears of the Kingdom to finish it off the game. To just go and finish it off on Switch 2.
Especially be able to get Switch 2. Wait another 2 months, get the upgrade version.
Yeah, I might as well just hold off on playing any more of it for now. I mean, I could finish the game now if I wanted to. I just kind of want to. It's one of those games I want to take my time with and just do everything that I can.
I mean, at this point, I might as well go back and just replay Breath of the Wild and then go straight back into Tears of the Kingdom. At least if I'm going to do it the second time around, I'm not going to do like every single thing. I just play the story.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think it's been quite a while since I've touched Tears.
I'm sure
Long enough where I think I'd probably want to go back and just restart Tears at this point. I think I got maybe a quarter of the way through.
I'm sure I'll replay Breath of the Wild too as well, just because I love the game so much. But yeah, that's cool. At least I am happy though that they are especially happy. As excited as I am for Metroid Prime 4, I'm especially happy that they are making Legends EA a cross-platform game, and that we do know, obviously it's going to run better on Switch too. Because I was worried about that game. I was like, it's bigger in scope than Legends Arceus was. It's a bigger game, so made me even more concerned that it might run sloppier. But with the Switch 2 hardware,
violent.
Yeah, I cannot believe with all the games that we saw that were getting Switch 2 versions and upgrades, we did not even see those. I cannot believe that. Of any of the games they showed, of any of the games
actually cares.
Of all the games they showed, those games needed it more than anything.
Yeah.
My assumption is they're like, all right, we're just going to move on past it. We got the next Pokemon games coming.
I mean, it's why they won't give you. It's why they don't give you old Pokemon games. Like, why do you play the old games? Just play the current game.
They don't get
exactly how they treat their.
They're
old
out of
games.
touch. They don't get it.
They quite literally just don't care. It's so frustrating.
They can make so much money too. It's crazy.
Arguably, their older games are better, but
yeah, they can make so much money, man. It just doesn't make sense.
They can make more money by gatekeeping and only giving you the new game.
Yeah, it's absolute craziness. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching, hanging out with us for this Nintendo Direct. It's a pretty fun time. Mark, what you had to rate the Direct? What's kind of your thoughts?
Give it an 8.
Oh, hey, breaking news. Breaking news. Nintendo Switch 2 launches June 5th at $449.99, bringing new forms of game communications live. Pre-orders begin April 9th. So that's like
where'd that come from?
I just got a tweet for it from Warrior64.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
So that's 1 week. 1 week from today, it goes live for pre-order. $449. So yeah, we were right on the dot. 400 to 450. Yeah, thank you for.
I guess that's fine if they're gonna let you know. Like when exactly on April 9th the pre-order starts? It's just April 9th.
See, that's the real question.
That's next Wednesday. So let's give people a week to prepare for pre-orders.
Yeah, that's a great question. I have no idea. Hopefully we find out. Hopefully, like Treehouse
I guess
Live
they'll give us more information if this information already kind of came out.
It's like, why are we getting it right after the Direct though?
Instead of just giving it to us during the Direct.
It makes no sense. Yeah, well, at least we know now it is $450, which I think is a fair price point, and it looks like 1 week from today it goes up for pre-order. So everybody be prepared for that. It's going to be a fight to get one for sure.
Yeah.
Even if they did.
Yeah, because what they say. So you got the console, the Joy-Cons, the grips, straps, the dock, ultra high-speed HDMI cable. It doesn't mean anything. AC adapter, and then the USB-C charging cable. All comes with it. Or for $500, you can get the Mario Kart World bundle, which is probably a better.
For how much is that one?
For an extra $50, you can get the Mario Kart World bundle, which I think is just.
Shoot, I'll probably just get that then.
Well, they say suggested retail price of $499.99. That's the system and then the digital downloads. You don't actually get the physical game, but for $50, it's probably going to be cheaper than the actual retail price of the game. So.
Yeah, I always kind of just like the bundles though, so I'll still probably pick it up and still get it physically later on.
Assuming you pick it up at MSRP, you'd be saving probably $20.
Yeah,
if I had to guess.
My guess is that these are all going to be $70 games now at this point. I think it's just going to be the norm.
Everyone's kind of expecting that to be the standard. But I mean, now you have the You have the price, so you can deal with that and move forward.
Oh, apparently this came out of the Ask the Developer Q&A on the website. Apparently, that's where the price tag stuff came from. I'm not sure why they couldn't just put that in the direct, but
Yeah, because the article that Warrior64 shared was from BusinessWire.com.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't come out and tell you during the direct and as well as pre-order stuff.
It's very
unless
weird.
they were concerned about different regions and different pricing in different regions. So
That it could be why. I'm not sure. Definitely could be why. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Hopefully, we can both get our hands on one right away and be able to talk about it and stuff. I'm hoping
time will tell.
We'll definitely be trying. So
see if we can get it or not.
Hopefully, everything works out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good year for Nintendo. Is what it feels like.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely does seem like it's going to be a
new Mario Kart, new
great
Donkey
launch
Kong,
for the console. A great
got Prime 4 coming out later this year, as well as Legends ZA. So hopefully we can get more information.
Hyrule Warriors, and
still a slim chance we can get Prime 2 and 3 to release before Prime 4. But I'm losing faith in that.
Yeah,
that's actually gonna happen.
I kind of already lost my faith on that. I'm just I do gotta say, I'm just absolutely shocked we are finally getting a new 3D Donkey Kong. I actually thought it would never happen because Donkey Kong 64 it didn't sell well at the time, and I think they thought people just didn't care, but people have been asking for that forever.
I have to assume Mario movie definitely helped build some hype back up for that as well.
And they're making a Donkey Kong movie too, so
yeah, so it kind of helps advertise.
Yeah,
on top of the Zelda movie, because we got a lot more to talk about Friday.
Yeah, no, we got a lot to talk about for sure, and then whatever else ends up coming up too. So it's gonna be cool. Definitely excited. Can't wait to see. So that will be fun. All right, guys, we appreciate everybody watching, hanging out with us for this live. And yeah, we'll be live Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the podcast.
Get ready and head to work. Boo.
Yeah, I know. I got work too, and I've freaking COVID. I feel like S. Yeah. But yeah, and then we'll be live Saturday as well, playing more Monster Hunter, and then we'll decide after the Saturday if we want to play something else and break it up and stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll see you guys all soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all later.
Peace out, everybody.